If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 44 of the Liverpool career mode here on FIFA 15. We start with a home game against Leicester City, a side we really should be beating in all fairness, especially considering the way we've started this season. Of course, we did have a bit of a hiccup yesterday with unfortunate defeats to Arsenal and Lokomotiv Moscow. However, we aren't necessarily going to go on a downward spiral and start losing games on the regs, etc. We have played very well in both of those games, just couldn't quite find our way through, and I was full of confidence heading into this one against Leicester that we were definitely going to get not only a positive performance but a positive result and 3 points as well to go towards our league tally, because we have, those few recent games aside, started the season very well indeed. We were top of the table not too long ago, dropped off a little bit obviously with those couple of defeats against Stoke and Arsenal, but if we can pick up 3 points here, that would go a long way to putting us back towards the top of the table, and we're going to try and do such a thing in today's episode. As you can see, we are definitely on top in the opening stages. Gundogan goes on a nice little run here, nice little ball roll, and then a step over. Really disappointed though he wasn't quite able to get the shot on target, but I guess shooting's never really been Gundogan's main threat when it comes to his talents on a football pitch. It's more his ability to break up play, and improve the creative side of things, but not necessarily finish moves off. But as you can see there, we came extremely close to a first goal. The closest either side had come so far by hitting the inside of the post. Then Leicester decided they were going to have a chance at the other end, just to remind me that if they wanted to, they could cause me some problems. And it was a very good save actually from Matteo Perry, and they kept them out, diving away to his left-hand side, tipping it around the post. We're into the second half now, as you can see, and Leicester again on the attack, trying to work their way into the tie if they possibly could. And Jamie Vardy misses the initial ball, but then Alberto Moreno dilly-dallies on it. Vardy snatches on it, and that post is getting a real workout. That's twice it's been hit so far, once by either side, but so far no balls have crossed the white line into the back of the net. So the question was, who was going to be the first team to do it? We've both hit the woodwork, we're both creating chances, but Daniel Sturridge is down the left hand side here. Great turn inside, not really got the best of angles, but it's a world class finish from Daniel Sturridge on the outside of his left foot. Oscar scored a similar goal with his right foot in the Barclays Premier League this year in real life, although that one was perhaps a little bit more spectacular. But Daniel Sturridge still was a very impressive finish, and here he's just got the pace on him too much, and then you can see the man at the back post always going to square that across to Douglas Costa. That's 2-0, that's 2 goals in quick succession, and unfortunately for Leicester City, that was going to be game over as well. The fans in the Kop celebrating wildly. They know we've done enough here to get ourselves 3 points and get our Barclays Premier League title challenge back on track. Unfortunately, they were going to make a further mistake here, and Daniel Sturridge is going to race away to make it 3. Just slot it underneath the goalkeeper into the bottom corner. And that's a brace for him. And 3 goals for us. Daniel Sturridge has been really good this second season. I did not like the way he played for me last year. And I would much prefer Mario Balotelli. But Daniel Sturridge in this second season has been on fire. I cannot fault him. And I'm impressed with the way that he's improved. He just needed that extra little bit of growth. And now that his stats are a little bit better, I'm actually really enjoying playing with him. So we made the right decision, or you made the right decision to enforce me to make him stay at the club and make me not sell him. So we head into the Europa League, not the Champions League again. And of course in the last one we did unfortunately lose to Lokomotiv Moscow 1-0 despite dominating that game. And the last time we played Lille at home at Anfield, we did come away with a 3-1 win. So we know we can beat them, but of course it is going to be a lot different on their patch, or at least so I thought, travelling away into France. But as you can see, not the strongest of lineups for me either. Obviously, this game coming quite quickly after the Leicester one. And you would have thought I would have played a weaker side against Leicester and a stronger one against Lille. But you'll find out in the third game why I stayed with a rotation side for this one and my strongest side at both of the weekends for the Barclays Premier League. But we start off here with Eduardo Vargas cutting inside, not once but twice, with 2 Ronaldo chops. And both of them are executed perfectly. The second one drew the foul from the defender, stuck his leg in. Unfortunately for him, he gave away the penalty. It was Kiar, I think. Yeah, it was the Scandinavian player, and decent centre-back in fairness, but just mistimed his challenge there. Vargas's feet were just too quick, and it's going to be Steven Gerrard, I believe, to step up to take the penalty. Yes, it is Liverpool number 8, steps up, bit of power behind it, top left-hand corner, bang, Liverpool 1, Lille 0. Now, we did go 1-0 down against Lokomotiv Moscow and then dominate them. I was hoping it wasn't going to be roles reversed here and we were going to go 1-0 up and then Lille were going to dominate us, but they gave away the possession there really cheaply. And how is that for a finish from Eduardo Vargas? Absolutely clinical from him, and he gives us a 2-0 lead, and then we really were on top. As you can see again, Lille being really wasteful with possession. Hesse stealing off them this time. Love a cheeky Berber spin, in he comes, and then a finesse finish on his left foot. We're scoring some really world-class goals in today's episode. Truly impressive finishes from everyone, not just one player. This is, goals from Gerard, goals from Hesse, goals from Douglas Costa, goals from Daniel Sturridge, goals from Eduardo Vargas. They're all very, very good. Here, though, Vargas is breaking away again. Nice turn his side. Here, I really should be putting the ball into the back of the net, but we just get lucky with the way it falls to Stevie G. But yesterday, we got a big win against Charlton in the Capital One Cup with a nice little 6-1. As you can see, we're already 4-0 up here, and again, they're going to be wasteful in possession and needlessly give it away. Nice little turn by Gerard, slots through Vargas, and here he's just got all the time in the world to pick his spot. This time he puts it away, and that's 5-0. And that's going to be game. So, to be completely honest, we are in the biggest and best run of form we've actually had in this Liverpool Career Mode series to date, and I needed that run of form to give us the confidence to go into this next third and final game away from home against Manchester City, with now my first team back in the starting lineup to hopefully continue our assault on the Barclays Premier League. You'll see from the table that pops up on your screen in just a second, we are only 1 point off the top behind Arsenal, the team that inflicted our first defeat of the season against us. Actually, no, Stoke did, but regardless, we did lose to Arsenal, and if we beat City here, we will go above them, and hopefully if Arsenal drop points, we'll go above them as well. But as you can see, City with Edinson Cavani up top, a very strong side from them as well. Vincent Kompany at the back. Cavani's the only new signing in there, and there weren't anyone else or weren't any other new faces that we wouldn't necessarily have expected to see with the Manchester City squad. Of course, as always, we've got plenty of new signings in our starting lineup, but it is our first team again with Costa, Sterling, Coutinho and Sturridge as our front four. Gundogan and Henderson holding. Of course, Henderson will be replacing the starting lineup by Morgan Schneiderlin when he returns from injury, still missing his defensive qualities in there, to be completely honest. But Yaya Toure with a great turn here to then set up Fernandinho, and he's really unlucky with the finish off the top of the bar. And City were carving me apart in the opening few minutes, and I was a little bit concerned, but I tried to catch them on the counter-attack here with Coutinho, literally just a couple of minutes later, as you can see. Loose in possession, but somehow manages to get it back off Gleesy not once but twice. Nice turn, and tries to shot. Crunching tackle from Nastasic, but it drops to Gundogan. Lovely turn by Sterling, and a nice tidy left-footed finish as well into the top left-hand corner, and Raheem Sterling gives Liverpool a 1-0 lead away from home against Manchester City, and I did not expect that to happen. Obviously, we're in good form, and we wanted to try and build on that, and I was playing well, but Manchester City are one of the best sides we could possibly want to play in any season, whether it be in the BPL or in Europe against the likes of Barcelona, etc. But they were being wasteful themselves. Lille were wasteful in possession, and City were wasteful with the chances that they got. They did have a lot of possession, but they weren't necessarily using it to the best of their abilities, and Coutinho's going to cut back inside here, stand the ball up into the middle. There's Sturridge across to Costa, gets tackled, but Sturridge will find Danilo. Lovely turn, tries the shot, it's well blocked by Nastasic, goes out for a corner. Also, I thought, to this point, I hadn't even noticed that we'd actually won a penalty. It was when this replay was being made, and you can see Danilo gets his shot away, so then gets caught after the ball has gone by Navas. So as far as I'm concerned, that shouldn't be a penalty, but Douglas Costa steps up and misses it. He missed a penalty in the Lokomotiv Moscow defeat, and he's now missed a penalty in this one as well, and I was starting to be a little bit concerned that we did lose the game against Lokomotiv Moscow after losing a penalty, or missing a penalty rather, so I was a little bit concerned that perhaps we were going to have the same sort of fortunes in this one as well, considering that City were a lot more dangerous than Lokomotiv Moscow and could quite possibly score 2 or 3 goals against me. But Sturridge gets played through here. It's really not the best of balls, to be honest. Took all the pace off it. He tries to work something, Sturridge, but it just doesn't quite work out. But Coutinho steals it back. Then Jordan Henderson has a crack from 30 yards, and it's a top save by Caballero to tip that over the bar, and that would have been a really well-deserving winning goal had Henderson actually managed to fire that into the top corner. Unfortunately, though, it wasn't to be, but he was going to play the ball over the top here for Sturridge to get in behind, and I was disappointed that he wasn't able to put it into the back of the net. He's been in great form, as we've seen in today's episode, but this time, wayward with his finish, and we stay at 1-0. City still with a chance to get themselves back in it. Sterling, though, steals it off Zabaleta at right back. Lovely little ball across. Sturridge, too much time there in the middle, so much time. Just too much for the City defenders to even stand a chance of stopping him, putting it into the back of the net. That made it 2-0, and unfortunately I just kind of on autopilot skipped the end of game kind of scoreline thing, so I'm just going to show you the league table as is. And we do actually go top. Arsenal did lose their game, and we are now top of the table. As you can see, City dropped from 2nd to 4th on goal difference, now behind Manchester United, as well as staying behind Arsenal. And we actually go top of the table again by 2 points. So thoroughly delighted with how things are going so far this week. Obviously, we will try and continue our good form when we come back to this series on Monday. And of course, if you missed anything else on the channel throughout the week, then check the channel page for it, whether it be this series, the My Player series, the Career Mode Road to Glory series, or the Football Manager series. And I will probably be streaming Football Manager again tonight as well. So check the links in the description to my Twitch and to my Twitter to make sure you stay right up to date with everything that goes on with me and my YouTube and Twitch activities, etc. Tomorrow, there won't be any My Player over the weekend. I've got a vlog planned for tomorrow afternoon, which is part of the hashtag Change Career Mode movement. And then Sunday, I'm going to have another vlog with regards my health, which is something that I've been wanting to do for a while and haven't as of yet gotten around to. So 2 important vlogs for one reason or another over the weekend. Hopefully you guys can understand why they're going up, and we'll be back to the My Player next week as well, as we will with this series. But Career Mode Road to Glory will continue over the weekend. So thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.